All right, everybody, what's popping in? We have NFL Week 10 pick show here. Like I said, I do appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe button for me. Make sure you join the Discord. Links in the description. Make sure you guys do follow me on Twitch at Mono28 so you guys don't miss any future streams or anything like that. And then make sure you guys go check us out on join the Discord community. Awesome community down there. So you guys get the chat, do all that fun stuff. We get the chat, communicate. Also post my videos down there. So if you guys haven't joined the Discord, make sure you guys please do so. I would love that. And I appreciate y'all's support. Well, we have NFL Week 10 picks here. Like I said, this is our weekly pick show we normally do every single Wednesday. But this video is probably going to be uploaded on Thursday this week because I'm not going to lie, I needed a little bit more time with this week. I thought this week was kind of tough. It could go either way. There's a lot of 50-50 games this week. There's a lot of games that I can see upsets or maybe that could happen, but at the same time, maybe I'm not expecting it to happen. I don't know. You guys will see who we all pick soon. Up top there is your leaderboard. I did have a 2-game lead over Adam. I think 3 weeks ago, and now we're tied. So yeah, he's got some ground on me, and overall this leaderboard is pretty good because everybody's within 10 games of each other, so this is still anybody's game. Obviously, like I said, I do update the leaderboard every single week, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. Make sure you guys go check out tomorrow. We do have our analytics video coming up. By the time, like I said, this is probably going to come out Thursday morning, so I'm probably going to do the analytics video probably this afternoon or whenever I have time to do that. So make sure you guys go check that out as well. We have a lot of things to break down today. A lot of things to get into, so make sure you guys go check out the analytics predictions for week 10, and then you guys, as soon as I get off of here, you guys will vote. You guys will see who we pick to watch the video. I did not do one last week, but yeah, so there you go. So there you guys have it for week 10 NFL predictions, and let's see who everybody's picking for week 10. Let's get it. All right, let's begin here with Thursday Night Football here. In this Thursday Night Football game, I mean, it could be pretty entertaining. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'd break all that stuff down tomorrow. But anyway, we got the Raiders taking on against the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are hot right now. They're hot. They're playing really well. They're near the altitude. They're going to be wearing those retro-looking jerseys again, the throwbacks. I cannot wait to see that again. I wasn't really expecting Denver to wear those uniforms again, but they are. And I'm glad they are because they look absolutely fantastic in it. And I'm going to shape myself here. Anyway, look at Vegas here. Vegas is coming off a pretty decent performance. Yeah, did they lose? Yeah, but they got Brock Bowers back, and that offense looked phenomenal. That offense looked great with Brock Bowers back. So I don't know about this one. I wasn't going back and forth with this one. I was originally going Jags. Not Jags, but I was originally going with the Broncos, so I'm gonna stick with them. But I can see Vegas maybe keeping this game close. Or I think what was the line for this game? I think it was at like one. What was it, like one? No, there was like 9.5 point spread. I don't know about that one. Like I said, we'll break that stuff down tomorrow in the league predictions. But here I'm gonna go with the Denver Broncos to win this game. They're more consistent right now. Vegas is too inconsistent for me to pick them right now. I did the Jacoby Myers trade was pretty good. It was pretty. I'm not gonna say pretty good for Vegas, but it was pretty interesting. So I do not know who's gonna lead the way in that receiver room. I would think it's Trey Tucker, but I'm not sure. But just the uncertainty of what's going on with Vegas, and then Denver knowing that they're a good team, they're going to beat most teams they play. I gotta go with the Broncos to win this one. So that's what I got. But let's see who everybody else got. So everybody picking Denver. Okay. All right. So we start off with the guarantee. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the guarantee. Last week I think we guaranteed three games. Did we guarantee 3 games last week? I think we did, and I think we only won one of them. Because I think we guaranteed on Detroit beating the Vikings. That did not happen. We guaranteed the who else did we guarantee? We guaranteed the shit, I can't remember. We guaranteed that. We guaranteed I don't remember, but there's a lot of games that we guaranteed last week that we just got wrong. I mean, kind of it was us taking risky bets, and then the other one was kind of, I don't know, but hopefully we can do better on guarantees. I'm not expecting a lot of guarantees this week because just this week's slate, I think it's just tough. So I think it could go either way, but I don't know. We'll see how many guarantees we end up having this week. Like I said, I'm not expecting too much compared to last week. I don't. If I can remember the games that we guaranteed, and I'll let you guys know. But I cannot remember that in the back of my head right now. So yeah, beginning here with the guarantee, everybody gonna take the Broncos here. I mean, if we're picking like straight up here, yeah, Broncos are gonna win because they're the better team. They're the team that's more consistent. But the Raiders actually looked pretty good with Brock Bowers in the offense, like I said before. So could the Raiders like sneak in? Could they be a pretty sneaky team to pick? I don't know. I mean, I'm not expecting it, but let me go before I'm clean up here. Let me see what. As I clean up here, so we have a guarantee in our first game here. By the way, I'm gonna look while I'm moving on to the next game. I'm gonna look and see what games that I'm gonna see what game that we guaranteed on that I got it wrong. So I'll keep my eye on that. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to Sunday morning here. We have the Falcons taking on against there was a fucking fly in my room. Next we got the Falcons taking on against the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are good. Like they're good, but did they lose last week? Yeah, it was a concern the way that they lost last week. Sure, there's a legitimate argument you can talk about that. The Colts ended up getting smacked in the mouth. Actually, the scoreboard doesn't say it. Yeah, they lost 27-20, but they ended up getting smacked last week. Their offense surprisingly couldn't do anything against the Steelers defense, who has been probably the most inconsistent defense in the NFL so far this year. And then the Falcons are coming off of a brutal loss as well. So both of these teams are really desperate to get wins. As I'm recording here, we did take a guarantee on the what do we guarantee on? We guaranteed on Detroit. We guaranteed on Green Bay, and got those two wrong. So those are the two guarantees that we got wrong last week. But anyway, here Falcons Colts. This game could be a little sneaky. Here, I think I'm leaning towards Indianapolis. The bounce back here, but I don't know. Something's telling me that the Falcons are going to win this game. Something's telling me because both, like I said, both teams are kind of due for the win. This game probably means more to Atlanta than it does to Indianapolis, but. I'm gonna take the Colts here. I think they bounce back. I think they get back in rhythm here. Let's see, Yeller. Yep, I'm pretty sure Yeller's joining me. I don't think he's gonna be done after the Colts in just 1 week. Cam's got the Falcons, so there's no guarantee in this game, which I do like the Falcons pick. I do. I think the Falcons could win this game. It's not impossible. Playing against a team that just got their ass waxed in the Indianapolis Colts, but yeah, Garrett's gonna take the Colts. Wouldn't be surprised the majority of you guys are taking the Colts on this one, but the Falcons could be a little sneaky. Michael Penix is back for Atlanta, so maybe they get something going here. But yeah, Adam Colts. I wonder if Cam's gonna be the only one over there with the Colts. With the Falcons. I wonder if he's gonna be the only one over there. CJ Indianapolis. Eli's also taking the Colts. Indianapolis for Eli. We have Indianapolis for Jay, and then we have let's see. Chase is taking the Colts. And he has no comment for that. Michael is going to join Cam over there. He's gonna take the Falcons on the road, which is my respectful. I get it. And then last but not least, Will, my guy, he is going to be taking the Indianapolis Colts in this one. So two people over there with the Falcons. I'm not mad by it. I think the Falcons could win this game realistically. They just need to control the ball more. But both of these two teams have good running backs, so they need to run the football. And I was kind of surprised the Colts did not do that last week, knowing that's the worst part of this. I mean, never mind. The Steelers' defense gets bad. It's not because the run. I was thinking of the Bills. But anyway, here 9-2 could be an interesting game here, but we will see after that. So good old fashioned pick their spread. Like I said, 2 people picking the Falcons. I mean, that's not really a risk. I mean, I'm sure the Colts are probably the better team, but at the same time, you never know. This NFL season has been really weird. It just feels like any upsets can happen. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next game here. We got the Giants taking on against the Bears. The Bears are heating. The Bears are heating up, ladies and gentlemen. They're heating up. They're playing really well. The Giants are wearing those throwbacks again, but this time I think I don't know what's going on with the Giants throwbacks. Like they wore the blue throwbacks last week, and then now I think they're wearing the throwbacks with the white uniform this time. And I know the uniform looks different, but anything in this one, like I said, the Bears are heating up. They're playing really good football right now. And sure, their win last week was kind of concerning because defensively they did not look good on defense last week. And I do think the Giants, even though with the injuries that they're suffering with, I still think they're capable of going down the field and throwing points. But I gotta trust a team that's hot. It has a Ben Johnson led offense. I gotta go with the Bears with this one. Normally I'm not a Bears believer, but the Bears are starting to heat up. They're starting to look good. That division is very tough right now. It just feels like anybody in any given minute can win that division. So I think the Bears are gonna know that Giants are kind of out of their division because Philadelphia kind of already has that division in hands. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears. It's in Chicago. Should be a pretty interesting one here, but I'm gonna lean towards Chicago. I think they're the better team. I think they win it. All right. Let's see who everybody has for this game. Did I even write this down? I don't think I did. I don't think I wrote for this game. Minnesota, New York. Nah, I did not write. So I'm gonna go ahead and write down the picks real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and see what everybody has here. We have started off Chillwell. This is going to start us off here. Well, I already picked, but he's going to start us off. He's going to be taking the Bears. Let's see what I got. Bears. Is it a guarantee? No, Cam. Cam is the only one over here. Cam's gonna do it. He's gonna pick the Giants. And everybody else is joining me and Chillwell over here with the Bears. But like I said, the Bears are actually have a good offense. Like this is probably the most productive this Bears offense has been in years. The Bears actually got a chance to win their division. They're playing some good football. It's like, holy shit. Like the Bears might actually have a chance. They might actually have a chance to win their division. Now I know the division's tough. It's one of the toughest divisions in football. But let's get credit where it's due. They're playing really well right now. They're getting in rhythm. So yeah, there's a lot of excitement for this Bears team right now. So Caleb Williams is finally playing well. I think the Bears are set up for success here. But like I said, that division is going to be a boxing match all the way to week 18. So we don't know who's actually going to win that division probably until week 18 because we just don't know what the outcome of it is going to be. But overall, like I said, I think this is going to be a pretty good game in general. I think the Giants are capable of throwing up points. I think the Giants are kind of capable of winning this game, even with being shorthanded the way that they are. Like the missing Cam Scatterboo because Jackson Dart, I think he's been sensational so far this year. I think he can do some great things, but I'm not gonna lean him towards winning the game. What's the line for this game? If the line's anything close, 6.5. Maybe I might pick maybe I might pick the Giants. Was it 4.5? Okay, so we'll see about that. Okay, so just make sure I have everybody. But Cam, he's going to lone dog this one on the Giants, and then everybody else is picking the Bears. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to our next game here. We got the Bills. We got the Dolphins. I'm putting the Bills, even though I know the Bills are wearing those blue uniforms again. But listen, I got to put them in a different look this week. I'm tired of putting them in the blue and the white. So we're gonna put them in the red this week because I don't know why. I think the Bills. I know the Bills are wearing those red helmets, but I don't know where they're wearing it. They're not wearing it this game. I do not know where they're gonna wear it. But anyway, here. The Dolphins. I think this is a trap game, honestly. Sure, you might think Buffalo's the better team, And yeah, I know I picked first so far every single time. That's not going to be the case every single time, but I have to pick first again. But because I'm going to pick because I'm going with my I'm gonna basically explain my reasoning here. Yes, I am picking the Bills because I think they are the better team at hand. But I do think this is a trap game. When you're going into the division rival's house, is tough. When you're trying to beat your opponent multiple times in the season, that could be tough. But I think the Bills have kind of narrowed down those odds. Like they've done a pretty good job of beating Miami. I think Tua's only beaten Josh Allen one time in his career. I think out of all these times he's messed up. So yeah, like I said, I gotta go with the Bills to win this one. I think they stay sharp, they stay focused here. Miami could squeak something out. Maybe you might keep this game competitive, but like I said, anybody think this is gonna be a blowout? I mean, I can see it, but I'm not gonna guarantee on that. Let's see. Everybody take the Bills. Yep. Okay. Everybody's taking the Bills. But just saying that the Dolphins, they might be able to keep this one at least entertaining. They could, but now, if it's a tall task, yes, because facing against Josh Allen, it's probably. And I made a foolish mistake last week about picking against Josh Allen in Buffalo. I made a mistake about doing that, and I kind of almost lost my lead to Adam there in the leaderboard. But yeah, I'm not picking against the Bills this week. I know it's in Miami; it could get a little tricky, but yeah, the Bills are the better team here. They always beat up the Dolphins. Like they always beat up the Dolphins. James Cook always beats up the Dolphins, so look for him to have a big game here. The Bills are the better team here. Let's not go too ahead of ourselves there. The Bills are the better team. They are going to win this game. The Dolphins, I don't know. I didn't like the Dolphins. The Thursday night performance was probably one of the most embarrassing performances I think I've seen. The Dolphins looked like shit last week, and but the Dolphins have always looked that way. That's why it was kind of, it was kind of crazy when they went out there and they actually beat Atlanta. That was kind of confusing. But Bills are hot. I think they got some momentum that the last win over the Chiefs. I wasn't even expecting to win that game against the Chiefs, and they went out there and won it. So that's pretty impressive there. But yeah, everybody gonna go with the Bills with this one, understandably so. The Dolphins, they're just not talented enough. They're not talented to beat the team like the Bills. Like that. Let's just call it what it is. All right, let's go, everybody. Everybody take the Bills. I think that's our second guarantee of the day. But like I said, I'm not really expecting a lot of guarantees because we guaranteed 3 times last week and we got 2 of them wrong. So yeah, let's go and move on to our next game. Oh, I know this game is not going to be a guarantee. We got the Ravens, we got the Vikings. Both teams playing sneakily well right now. The Ravens, they're starting to heat up. I think we all kind of expect them to heat up, but the Ravens are playing really well right now, and I think that's no question here. And in Minnesota, they're coming off a pretty impressive win. They actually went into Detroit and knocked out the Lions, which I give a lot of credit for. And now they're going back at home to play against this tough Ravens squad. And that Lamar Jackson's coming back. Looks like he's going to be more healthier as it goes. He didn't really run a lot last week, but maybe we do expect him to run a little bit more in this game. But Minnesota does have the defense. I love what I saw from Minnesota's defense last week. I think it was absolutely spectacular. Brian Flores basically drew up a plan to stop the Lions, and it executed. It really worked. So this is a tough game to pick, actually, because if you think about it, like the Ravens, like you could say they are the better team here, but at the same time, you have to travel to the bank, play in that atmosphere in Minnesota. Like it's not easy playing Minnesota in Minnesota. It's not easy. It's one of the team's worst nightmare as a road team. So I don't know about this one. Like I was kind of, if I'm being completely honest, I was going back and forth with this one. But meanwhile, like I said, Baltimore the last couple of weeks that they have no margin for error. They can't really lose games. If Pittsburgh keeps winning, then they have no margin for error. They can't really afford to lose like too many more games. So this is a tough one here. I'm curious what you guys got for this one. Let's go ahead and start off with Cam. He's taking the Ravens. Let's take Cam. He started. Cam kick us off. He's gonna start the Ravens. Let's see. Is my other three Ravens dudes? Yep. All right. So I already see it. Demetrius is taking the Ravens. Garrett's taking the Ravens, and is Michael taking the Ravens too? No, Michael's actually going to take Minnesota. Michael's a Ravens fan that's taking Minnesota. He said this is, and he actually had some words about this. He said this. I believe this is going to be a trap game. I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to take Minnesota. Wow. Okay. All right. So let's see who's Eli taking here. Eli. Oh, okay. Eli. Oh, okay. Eli's going to join. Eli's going to join Michael. He's taking the Vikings. Chase. Let's see. Chase is taking the Ravens. He's taking the Ravens. He says coin flip. Okay. Adams. Oh wow. Adams taking the Vikings too. Wow. I'm kind of shocked about that. I thought he was going to take the Ravens there. But yeah, Adam. I have it right on my spreadsheet. He's taking the Vikings. Let's see. Garrett. Who's Garrett going with? Garrett's no man, I already got Garrett. Jay. Who's Jay going with? Jay Baltimore. So Baltimore for Jay. Mike already got Michael. Who's Will going with? Will's going Baltimore too. So this is a tough pick here. Who am I missing here? Yeller. Who's Yeller got? Yeller. Oh my God, Yeller's taking the Vikings too. I mean, Yeller's a Vikings guy, so I kind of get it more for him. He's a Vikings fan, so I kind of get it for him over there. But yeah, he's going to take Minnesota. I was originally going back and forth with this one. Like if I picked the Vikings in a good old fashioned split, but man, I'm gonna lean. I don't like picking against the Vikings in the bank. I don't like it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pick the Ravens here. I think this game is more situational for the Ravens to win, more than the Vikings, and I'm kind of scared about this pick. Honestly, there's a scenario telling me in my head, telling me that Minnesota is gonna win this game for some reason, but. Because the only thing that's the thing that scared me, like it's in the bank. But at the same time, I keep talking about like the Ravens. They have no margin for error. They can't really afford to lose games right now. So they looked good on Thursday Night Football. I'm gonna trust them again. I'm gonna trust them to get out of this. But Minnesota looked impressive last week. They're going back at home, which is scaring the hell out of me. That's why I wanted to pick Minnesota. But I'm gonna stick with the Ravens here. But this is definitely going to be a hell of a game. So yeah. So this is one of the ones that made me like forgo, like made me have an extension this week because I just didn't know. There's just a couple games like that, like I just didn't know who to pick. But overall, this would be a pretty good game. It's gonna be fun to talk about this game tomorrow and our analytics predictions. All right, next up we have the Browns taking on against the New York Jets. The Jets. Last, the Jets. They had a bye week. They won during the off their bye week and. They made some trades that I was not expecting to do, and plus I think they made their trade team even worse. They traded one of the best defensive tackles, and they traded Sauce Gardner. So I'm wondering how that's going to go. I don't think this team is. Well, they did get 2 first-round picks, so you can't really say too. So you can't really complain too much about it for next season. So when you look at the Browns, the Browns are coming out, but they're also coming off the bye week, I think. No, they played last week. No, they're coming off the bye too. Oh yeah, so both of these two teams are coming up by. Both of these two teams should be fresh. But I am going to trust the better defensive team, the team I trust more, the team that has Myles Garrett. I got to go with the Cleveland Browns. I do not believe the Jets right now. I don't believe them for 1 second. I think the Browns are the better team. Sure, you can make an argument that the Jets has the chance to win this game. I think they do too, but I gotta go with Cleveland. I have no reason to pick the Jets at all. Just have no reason to. I know this game is in MetLife, and that could be a little risky. That could be a factor, but I'm not gonna try. I'm not trusting the Jets just yet. I'll take Cleveland. I think their defense overwhelms their offense. Jets normally struggle against good defenses, and what you're playing, it's arguably one of the best defensive teams in football. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Cleveland. I'm gonna go Cleveland to win this game. Let's see. Yeller has the same response as me. He's taking the Cleveland Browns. No surprises there. Wow, Cam's gonna do it. Cam's gonna tuck a couple risks this week, and he's gonna do this one as well. Cam's taking the Jets. Let's see, Cleveland. All right, so what we got? Cleveland for you. We have yep. All right, okay, I already knew Demetrius was taking Cleveland. I was like, ain't no way Cleveland. Ain't no way. Cause I talked to Demetrius just the other day. I was like, no, there's absolutely no way that he takes the. There's no way that he takes the Jets. Wow, Adams taking the Jets. Wow. I'm stunned right now. I'm stunned with what Adams picking right now. But yeah, he's taking the Jets. Cleveland. Let's see. Wow, Eli's taking the Jets too. Wow. Actually, I'm not shocked about it. I mean, they could win. I mean, normally I would say, like, why not? You're playing against a team that's not too much better than you. But when I'm talking about that defense, that Cleveland defense is probably the best in football right now. And it's just tough. I just don't think they're gonna answer them out. But if they do, I mean, I wouldn't be too shocked. But this would be one of those picks that I would be shocked if I would have lost. So, but yeah, Chase, he's over here. Take the Eagles. Michael's taking the Browns, and Will's taking the Browns as well. So 3 people over there with the Jets. Like, so I'm kind of surprised. I'm actually kind of surprised that we were picking the Jets. I really am. I am shocked, but at the same time, I mean, there's a small possibility that maybe they do kind of walk away with this win. But yeah, I'm not expecting it. I don't really expect for it to happen. But if it does happen, I mean, I will be shocked, but not too shocked. So, people are there. I mean, it's a good pick. I mean, I can see it. Because the Browns' offense is not really that good either. Jets, but the Jets D, I just don't trust the Jets D. I do not trust that. I'm not gonna overthink about that. Browns are probably the better team by that, so I'm picking to win this one. But there is a slight scenario that maybe the Jets pull off the win, but I'm not really going to expect that. So 8-3 here, advantage with the Browns for us here. Alright, wait, was I forgetting anybody? I don't think I was, right? Eli, Demetrius, Chill, Will, got me and Yeller. Okay, yeah, I think I got everybody. Alright, next up here, oh shit, we have a good one here. We got the Patriots taking on against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Man, what a game this is gonna be. The Patriots has been playing really with confidence, and they've been playing like one of the better teams in all of football. But at the same time, you can say the exact same thing to Tampa Bay. They're coming up the bye week, they're at home. Man, this is a tough game to pick here. Both teams are rolling right now. Both teams are hot. This is tough. Now, I do think this is more mandatory I think this is more situational for the Patriots to win, because the Buccaneers kind of, I mean, it's not over, but they kind of have that division already wrapped up. I mean, because the closest one to them is Carolina, but I think it's more situational for the Patriots to win this game, because I had the Bills winning earlier, and they lose this game, I mean, they'll be tied. I'm pretty sure the Patriots will still have the tiebreaker, because the Patriots did beat the Bills in Buffalo, so maybe they get that tiebreaker there. But man, this is a tough game. This is a tough game to pick. I think this one could go either way. Oh shit! Let's see who you guys got for this one. I can't wait. Let's go ahead. Let's go start with Will. Let's see what Will got. Will's taking the Patriots. Yeah, he's gonna do it. Will's taking the Patriot. I mean, I'm not gonna say we'll do it, because, like I said, I think this game can go either way. Honestly, I can see anybody winning this. I think it's gonna be a boxing match. It should be a great game. Let's see. Michael for Tampa. Michael is picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Taking the bye week off the bye. Chase Patriots. Chase Patriots. I love that. Chase is taking the Patriots. Eli, is he taking the Patriots? No. And Eli and Jay are both taking the Bucs. They're both. Man, this is just man, this is a tough game. This is a tough game to pick here. Adams taking the Bucs. I mean, kind of expected that, but it is what it is. But yeah, he's taking the Bucs. Bucs for Demetrius. Bucs for Garrett. I don't know. Wait, no. No, Garrett's taking the Patriots. Yeah. Garrett's taking the Patriots. I thought I'd say Tampa Bay, but I was looking at somebody else's. But yeah, Garrett, he's taking the Patriots. Cam's taking the Patriots too. Cam's gonna take the Patriots. I like it. I like that. Let's see. Yeller, Tampa Bay. This is a hard game to pick. It really is. Like I can see anybody winning it. I can see anybody winning this game. Tampa Bay has been phenomenal this season. Patriots have been on a roll. Looks like the Patriots have been on a hot streak so far this year. Man, this is just a tough one to pick. I'm a Buccaneers at home, coming off the bye week. Patriots playing really well right now. Patriots cannot really afford to lose this game. Tampa Bay can afford to lose this game, but I think I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. I mean, I normally go with the home team in this situation, so that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go with the Bucs because they're the home team. If this game was in New England, I would definitely be taking the Patriots, no question, especially the way that they're playing right now. But I have to check the line for this game. I'm very curious what the line is for this game, and I can't wait to talk about this game. This is one of those games I just cannot wait to talk about tomorrow, because like I said, we have later because it's coming out on Thursday. But anyway, holy shit, what a game we have here. What a game we have here. I'll be watching every single minute of this. I think I'm already kind of snitching it now, but this is the best game of the week. My latest prediction. I think I already snitched that one out. But anyway, next up here we have the Saints taking on against the Panthers here. The Saints are actually wearing those white uniforms, like the actual white with the tan uniform. So I just kind of put them in white this week, give them a different look for it. And then the Panthers, like they're wearing their black uniforms, which looks good. At the same time, the Panthers shocked the world last week. I know they were playing pretty well prior to this, but they shocked the world and went into Green Bay and ended up getting the job done there. So let's clap it up for the Panthers. I mean, they impressed. They impressed last week, and they're going to be playing at home against the Saints, who has not looked good all season long, who just got their asses waxed against my LA Rams last week. Let's just go ahead. Yeah, I already see it. Let's all go with the Panthers on this one. I said the Panthers. They're playing with confidence right now. They're kind of like the Patriots. Like they're playing with confidence. I told people going into this year that the Panthers were going to be one of the more improved teams in football, and I think that's what we're seeing on the Panthers. So yeah, the Panthers, they got some motivation after beating Green Bay. They're coming back home where they have been really good at this year, and they are going to kick the living shit out of these Saints. I do not know if this is my ass beating of the week, but it could be a contender. I'll say that it could be a contender. So we will see. But if the Panthers lose, come on, no, I'm not even gonna say it. Panthers, they can't lose this game. There's no way in hell the Panthers lose this game, right? Right? Like it's not gonna happen, right? Some parts of me are saying like we guarantee this and we're gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna move you up here, move you right there, and then we're gonna have room for Cam to slide in right there. Okay, so everybody taking the Panthers here. Not really too shocking here. The Panthers are the better team here. They're like I said, they're playing with confidence. They're the home team. Panthers rock at home, so I don't think this pick really shocks anybody. New Orleans is probably the worst team in football right now. Can't really pick them to win any game, or can't really be confident about picking them to win any game here. Panthers should be able to come at home, especially after winning against Green Bay last week. Be more hyped up more than ever. They're probably more hyped up more than ever. They probably got the most motivation in the NFL right now, and I think they take it out on the Saints. But yeah, we'll see about that one. But like I said, the Panthers, they should be able to take cruise control in this one. All right, Jacksonville, Houston here. This game, This game has multiple scenarios where I can see it. I think this game really for me comes down to one opponent. I know Texans. I know one thing is the Texans defense looked phenomenal last week. Yeah, I know they lost to the Jags, but they held Denver's offense to like only what 19 points. So they look pretty damn good on defensively. But at the same time, their offense continues to be an issue while they keep losing football games. Their offense is probably one of the worst in football right now. So that's just another key factor there. And Jacksonville, their offense is not consistent either. Their offense, I mean, I know they scored 30 points last week, but they only scored like 17 about going into the fourth quarter, or just about halfway going to the fourth quarter. So we haven't seen Jacksonville really perform offensively, and they got some injuries here. Brian Thomas Jr., he's probably going to be out. Travis Hunter is going to be out. So there's a lot of question marks about this game. My answer here is CJ Stroud. Like, if he plays, I'm picking the Texans because I think the Texans offense does enough to the inconsistent Jags offense, and I do think they win the game with their defense. But if he's out, I'm gonna pick Jacksonville because I believe Jacksonville can get the ball down the field more times than none, and I don't think the Texans offense will do well in Davis Mills. Definitely playing against a good defensively like Jacksonville. So, like I said, I think I'm gonna look it up right now. I think that this pick for me is coming down to CJ Stroud. If he's playing, I'm taking Jacksonville. But if he's not playing, then I'll take. Oh, yep, there you go. CJ Stroud. It just pulled up now. CJ Stroud is ruled out for this game, so I am going to pick the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm over here because, like I said, I do not believe in the Texans offense with Davis Mills. I think the Jags offense is great for good force turnovers, and I overall do think they'll win the game. So I will pick Jacksonville to win this game. CJ Stroud is officially ruled out. All right, let's see who else we got. Yeller was picking the Texans, but now I think he's going to take Jacksonville because you can see CJ Stroud is ruled out. So I have to read up and see what Yeller said. I did not write any comments for that, but I did remember hearing someone say that, and I believe that was Yeller. So I think he's, but he originally put Texans, so I think it would be smart. I'm just gonna move him over here to the Texans right now, but because that's what he wrote. But if I go back and check it out and see what he says, then I think he's picking Jacksonville. But I'll put him over there with the Houston referee right now because I'm uncertain. Let's see. Garrett's taking the Jags. Jags for Demetrius, even though he says he doesn't trust it. Like I said, I mean, I get it. I mean, Jags have been inconsistent as a team so far this year, but they do get Jakobi Meyers off the trade, and I'm kind of expecting to play right away because knowing the wide receiver situation going on in Jacksonville right now, especially with Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr. probably not going to play in this game. So I think Jakobi Meyers he should be able to play in this game, but at the same time we don't know. So see Jay's taking Jacksonville. Jacksonville for Eli. Man, we have a lot of the same picks this week. A lot, and I'm kind of surprised because this week's slate is not easy at all. Chase is taking Houston. He's taking Houston. He's joining Yeller over there for right now. Like I said, I don't even know if Yeller's taking Houston now since CJ Stroud is officially ruled out. But yeah, he's going to Houston, and I haven't heard too much from him, so I think he's sticking with that pick. Michael's taking the Jags. And then last but not least, Joe Will, he is taking the Texans. He's taking the Texans, but like I said, I have to go back and chit chat with him. Like I said, if he wants to switch because CJ Stroud is out, but just gonna put him over there for now. He is taking the Houston Texans, which leaves 3 people over there with the Houston Texans. Everybody else is over here with me with the Jags. I mean, like I said, my basic answer to this game was CJ Stroud. If he was playing, I was picking Houston. If he's not playing, then I'll take the Jags. So yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at with this one. Just check CJ Stroud was out for the game, so I will pick the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, we have another couple good games coming up, but I don't know about this one. But anyway, next up we have this Cardinals taking on against the Seahawks. The Cardinals impressed us last week. Let's go ahead and clap it up for Arizona as well. Let's go ahead and clap it up. They ended up going to Dallas on Monday Night Football and ended up beating them. And this is going to be a short week for them, so that's going to be a little bit tougher. for the Cardinals, but hey, give props to them. They beat Dallas and Dallas, and like I said, I know that God gave me my fifth loss of the week, but I don't even care because I want Dallas to lose. Every single time I can see Dallas lose, it's kind of happy because you guys know how much I hate Dallas. I mean, I don't hate the team. I just don't like the organization. So yeah, thank you Arizona for beating Dallas, and then Seattle has been playing unbelievable. They've been playing like one of the better teams in all of football here. They went out there. They shellacked the Commanders on prime time, and there's just absolutely no way. Even though I do want them to lose, I am kind of rooting for Arizona here, but there's just absolutely no way that I can make it Seattle right now. Just absolutely no way. I think Seattle, they go home, take care of business here. I do not see the Seahawks losing this game once and forever. They should be able to take care of business here, so I'll lean towards the Seahawks in this one. But man, like I said, it's just really tough picking against Seattle right now. It's just tough. Wow, is Michael doing it? Wow, Michael is taking the Cardinals. Wow, that's unbelievable. Everybody else is taking the Seahawks. So Michael, you're kind of by yourself over there. But yeah, like I said, it's hard. It's hard picking against Seattle. It's one of the more trickier things you could probably do in the NFL so far this year is to pick against Seattle because how well they're playing, how well their offense has been playing, how well Sam Darnold has been playing. It's just tough. It's tough picking against a team like that, especially at home. If this game is in Arizona, that I could see it because the Cardinals do have, like I said before, like last week, but people didn't believe me. The Cardinals do have a respectable defense that if your offense doesn't come out to play, they will take advantage of that. But the Seahawks, they're playing as well as anybody right now. They're the home team of this game. They're on fire right now. Really have no reason not to pick them right now for the moment. So. Gotta go with the Seahawks as they're playing one of the better football. I mean, I do want them to lose. No, I will be rooting for Arizona to win this game, but it's not gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Now I did hear that Jacoby Brissett was the starting quarterback moving forward for Arizona, which I do think that's a good thing because I do think their offense looks more fluid with Jacoby Brissett, but. This game is just tough. This is a tough ask. Jacoby Brissett go into Seattle and beat the Seahawks the way how they're playing right now. Now that team is fully healthy and constructed right now, and that's just hard. So yeah, I just realized we still have 4 games to go, so we got to pick up the pace here a little bit. But yeah, like I said, Michael's all by himself with the Cardinals. Everybody else is picking the Seattle Seahawks, and I'm gonna go ahead and run out real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, my fault, everybody. I had to go run out and use the bathroom here. But next up here, we have the Rams taking on against the 49ers here. I look at this game, and this game still has me pissed from the last time they played in LA, or last time these two teams met. Still has me pissed about it. I don't really want to talk about it because I'm a Rams fan. But anyway, here, like I said, both teams have been playing pretty well. San Francisco's done a pretty good job of overcoming their injuries all season long. And they're coming off a good win. They're coming off a good win last week. Well, a game I kind of expected them to win, but at the same time, it could have been a draft game. But anyway, they won the game. That's all that matters here. And when you're playing in this division, that's what you need to do. You need to win football games because there's 3 teams that are punching each other for the first place spot in the division. So, and it's these 3. It's these 2 in Seattle. So that's what's so scary about that. Me looking at the Rams. The Rams are hot right now. One of the hottest teams in football. Their defense is absolutely dominant. Their offense is dominant. But this game, I just have a weird feeling. I mean, I'm not gonna do it. I mean, I could do it, but I'm not gonna do it. So, like, I was honestly thinking about taking San Francisco in this game because San Francisco actually kind of does well against the Rams. But at the same time, like, you got to think about, like, the Rams have one of the, like, you have to think that the Rams are going to get away with this one, right? You have to think that the Rams are going to win this game, right? But at the same time, I don't know because you're going to go to San Francisco. San Francisco beat you in LA, and now they got to take advantage of, I don't know. This one's really tough. This one's actually one of the tougher ones to pick this week because just because all these impossible scenarios. So, we'll see. I already know Adam's picking the Niners, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put him over there. I already know what he's doing, but yeah, I'm still gonna believe in my guys. I think my guys are the better team right now. I think we're still playing We're still playing good ball. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I'm gonna go with my guys. I'm not picking against my guys, especially the way how they look right now. Their defense looks good. It looks better. The team looks better than what they have first played San Francisco. Like that team looks better than that. I think the Rams should have won the first meeting. I think that the Rams get. I think the Rams bounce back, and I think the Rams are going to win this game because because throughout the rivalry between these two, I think the road team has a better chance of winning than the home team. So that's just how the rivalry is. Kind of like Nuggets versus Timberwolves in the NBA. It's better if you're on the road because if you're on the road, you have a better chance of winning. So I'm going to lean towards the Rams on this one. I think it could be a little tricky, but I'm going to take LA. Let's see. Garrett Rams. Garrett joining me. He's taking the Rams. We got Demetrios is taking the Rams. Taking the Rams on the road. He said, this game's tricky, man. This game is tricky. Adam's taking the Niners. Jay's taking the Rams. Jay's taking the Rams on the road. Don't tell me this isn't guaranteed. Even a Rams fan, I'll say this game should not be a guarantee. It should not, because this game can be the way. Oh, there we go. Eli. This game isn't a guarantee regardless, but yeah, Eli's gonna go ahead and take the Niners at home here, which is completely understandable. Like I said, I'm not gonna deny if I'm a Rams fan. I'm not gonna deny if you pick the Niners because the Niners could win this game. The Rams are on the hot streak. The Rams are probably the best team in football right now, or probably should be arguably one of the best teams in football. And I think this is a revenge game. I think the Rams are gonna come up pissed, especially what happened in their house. I think they're gonna go to SoFi and go to Levi Stadium and just do something special here. So, never mind, Michael. I thought he was taking the Rams. No, he's taking the Niners. And Will's picking the Rams here. Will's gonna pick the Chill Will. He's gonna pick the Rams out on the road here. Yellers and let's see, Cam's taking San Francisco. I forgot to put him up here, but. Yeah, Cam, he's gonna take the Niners, and last but not least, Old Yella, he is taking the Rams. He's taking the Rams, but he has no comment about this one, probably because he thinks this game can go either way. But yeah, he's going to be taking the Rams. All right, so there we go. 4 people with the Niners. I was kind of expecting a pick like this. I was kind of expecting maybe 4 or 5 people pick the Niners, and everybody else goes Rams. I was kind of expecting the majority of everybody to pick the Rams because the Rams have been absolutely in beast mode these last couple of weeks. They look dominant on both sides of the ball. Matthew Stafford still playing like a 28-year-old, which is unbelievable, but yeah, like I said, I think overall, I think this should be a good game. This should be another fun one to talk about tomorrow. But yeah, all of us, majority of us, are taking my boys and the Los Angeles Rams. If you guys pick the Niners, then that's also a good pick too. I'm not going to blame you for that. All right, let's go and move on here to our next one. We gotta keep the taste moving a little bit. We have Detroit taking on against Washington. Both teams coming off brutal losses. The Commanders end up getting their asses waxed, absolutely snot pounded by the Seattle Seahawks in their own building. This is their second primetime game in a row. Big look at Detroit. Detroit's coming off a pretty disappointing performance too. They're coming off of a pretty disappointing loss to the Minnesota Vikings at home, and that's just a game that you just kind of expected. You expect Detroit to win that. Like you expected to win that, but they did not. Obviously, like I said, I think the teams are starting to figure out the lines a little bit. I think that's clear. They're not as dominant as they were. I think they're still dominant, but they're not as dominant as they were last year. But however, I am going to pick Detroit to win this game. I do not believe in Washington. I do not believe in Washington's defense, and it's just not just that. It's just me. It's just Jaden Daniels. I feel bad for him. I don't want to talk about the injury because it was absolutely disgusting. But anyway, here, like I said, I think that was a coaching mistake. I don't know why you have Jaden Daniels in a game, in a meaningless game, and a 31-point ass kicking. Why would you let Jaden Daniels in that game? I just don't get it. So I'm gonna pick Detroit. I think Detroit gets back to rhythm here. I think they'll bounce back offensively. They should be able to against this Commander defense the way how they're playing right now. So I'm gonna lean towards Detroit here. They got the tools. They got the weapons. I think they go down the field. I think they throw up a whole bunch of points. And yeah, I'll take Detroit in this one. Let's see. Everybody picking Detroit. Yeah. This is a guarantee. Everybody's picking Detroit. Everybody, Eli did pick the Commanders, but I don't think he knows that Jayden Daniels is out. Last time I chatted with him, which was last night. So he said he was going to switch over to the Lions. So Jayden Daniels is injured, and even as a Washington fan, you can't even pick the Commanders. So yeah, everybody picked Detroit in this one. Not a shot to anybody. I mean, it could. I don't know. Not even Cam or anybody, anyone stuff like that is picking the line. I'm picking their own team. They're picking Detroit. I mean, this season has just been this season's been a mess for Washington. You go into this year, you think they're probably one of the more improved teams in football, but I don't know what's going on with them this year. I don't, especially coming off of last year. Like, I don't get it. Maybe injuries is a big part of it. We've only seen your full team maybe once or twice the whole year, but still, like that's not really the excuse why. You know what I'm saying? So same thing for Detroit. Detroit has all the tools and the weapons. They should be doing way better than what they're doing right now, which is still kind of stunning that they're not. But at the same time, like Detroit, they're still ballers. They still ball out. This team still one of the best in football, in my opinion. They're still one of the best offenses in football. They should be able to take care of business here against the Commanders team that's just depleted on defense. They got more injuries on defense. Washington did last week, so it's just not looking good for Washington. It's just not looking good. Detroit should be able to take care of business here, but would not be surprised if this is like any type of trap game or anything like that. But at the end of the day, everybody take Detroit here on Sunday night football. Actually, no. This is not Sunday night football. My bad. I forgot to mark that. This is not Sunday night football. What's coming up next is Sunday night football, which is a good one. But anyway, here, like I said, sorry about that. That was not Sunday night football. Don't even know why that was there. Anyway, here now this is Sunday night football. Here we got the Steelers taking on against the Los Angeles Chargers. Here, Steelers look well last week. I'll give it credit. Let's go ahead and clap it over Pittsburgh. By the way, they looked pretty good last week. They ended up beating the Indianapolis Colts, and I was impressed about their performance. I thought they played pretty damn well. Their defense, however, probably played their best defense of the season, but their defense, and people are going to say that their defense is good. I think their defense is questionable. At times their defense can be good, but at times it can be piss poor. Like it can be bad. So I don't know. Like, the Steelers' defense is kind of questionable in my opinion. The Chargers, they're looking like they're going back into their early season form here, when they were dominating. They're looking good. They're looking good right now. Their defense looks good. Yes, they did make a couple mistakes last week against Tennessee, but overall they did get the job done, and that's all that matters. And besides that one mistake, they look like they're playing a good amount of football at the beginning of the season. So I can't wait to watch this game. I think this is going to be an excellent Sunday football game. I had to get the Steelers a different look. I didn't want to put them in yellow again this week. I wanted to see what they look like in white, and they actually look pretty good in white. Anyway, for this one, I think this one can go either way. I think there'll be a great game here. So let's see what you guys got. Yeller, stars off, please. He's taking the Chargers. He's taking the Chargers. He's bolting up. He says this is a risky pick because the Steelers have been playing well and trying to keep that division lead, which I absolutely get. Garrett is taking Pittsburgh. Garrett's taking the Steelers on the road here. Let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of Steelers fans at SoFi. I can already tell you right now, there's going to be a lot of Steelers fans at SoFi. Cam's taking the Steelers as well. Cam's going Pittsburgh. I'm not surprised what Cam's picking this week, but some picks are kind of more understandable than others, but he's still taking a couple risks this week. Demetrius, he's taking the Chargers. Adam's taking the Chargers as well. At home. Chargers. Oh, there you go. Chargers for Adam. Chargers for Jay. Chargers for... never mind. Eli's taking the Steelers. I thought Eli was taking the... I thought he was taking the Chargers, but just one. But now he's taking the Steelers. So Eli, Steelers. Let's see. Do we have anybody else taking the Steelers here? Chase is taking the Steelers. Okay, nice. Steelers for Chase. Steelers. Let's see. No. Bit. Michael's taking the Steelers. Okay. Mike with the Steelers. Will's taking the Chargers, so the tiebreaker comes down to me. Oh man, I like this. I like this pick. I like this showdown. I think this one could go either way. I was kind of going back and forth with this one. I originally was, because Steelers defense is questionable. Sometimes to be good, sometimes to be bad. You might think they're coming off a good performance, or maybe they suck. Maybe they just suck this week. Chargers are just playing really good football right now. Justin Herbert's probably the MVP. Probably the MVP candidate so far this year. But I'm going to lean towards the Chargers. Like I said, normally I go with the home team in this situation. So I'm going to go. I mean, I think this one's more situation. I mean, this game is situations where both teams to win to keep their leads in their divisions. But I don't know. Actually, never mind. Chargers don't even have the lead. Denver has the lead. But anyway, here I'm going to lean towards the Chargers here. Like I said, this one's in Pittsburgh. I would go with the Steelers with this one, but being played in LA, I think I'm gonna trust the Chargers a little bit more, but like I said, I think this one could go either way. There was a coin flip. This was one of the hardest games to pick this week. So yeah, we'll see. But a good old fashioned display here. I'm actually happy the way that it is, because I think this one could go either way. I think anybody can win it. It's gonna be a good showing from both teams. Cannot wait to watch this game, but. Yeah, we'll see. But this probably will be the game that we're going to do a live reaction on this week. It's probably going to be this one, because I'm very excited about this one. Or it could be next game, because this next game is going to be more exciting too. Last but not least, here we got the Eagles taking on against the Green Bay Packers here. Another game that I think could go either way. Another game that I think could be close. The Eagles coming up the bye week. They have been playing some sloppy football, but I'm wondering if AJ Brown back in this game. I'm not sure, but anyway, they're playing pretty well right now, just despite not having AJ Brown. Anyway, for the Packers, they're coming off of a terrible loss against the. They're coming off a terrible loss against the Panthers last week, a game that just didn't really expect them to. I didn't really expect them to lose, but at the same time, that they could have. Areas could be shopping AJ Brown. Oh, okay, NFL trade deadline. So wait, is he playing this week? I don't know, but anyway, this one I think this one could go either way. I don't know, but the Packers are at home. They play really well against like top tier competition. Like they play well. It's in Lambeau Field. I'm going to go with Philadelphia right now. Because this is a tough one. This could go either way. This is going to be an excellent Monday Night Football game. I'm going to lean towards the Eagles. They're wearing those white and black uniforms again. So I gotta go with the Eagles. It's not just because of the uniforms, just because of the team. Like I just think the Eagles are slightly the better team. Packers will be more consistent. Plus the Packers can really. The Eagles can't afford a loss right now in the division. The Packers really can't. So I gotta go with. I'm gonna go with the Eagles with this one. But this one's tough. This one's tough. Let's see. I'm gonna go the opposite way. Chill Will is taking the Packers at home, and I do like that pick because I do think the Packers can win this game. The Packers are a team that actually plays well. If their competition's high, they'll play like the Eagles are. They will play up to their standards. So that's the thing I'm kind of scared about with this one. But I'm gonna lean towards Philadelphia, but I'm not too confident about this one, honestly. Michael's taking the Eagles even without AJ Brown, which I'm kind of doing too. I don't know what the situation with AJ Brown is going on for Philly, but anyway, no way. Is Chase actually gonna do it? No, he's not gonna do it. He's taking. I thought I saw Green Bay, but no, he's taking the Eagles. There's no way Chase is picking against his own team. There's no way. Eli, Eagles. He said Eagles and a nail biter. Jay's taking the Packers. He's going to join Will over there, so at least Will is not by himself. Because he shouldn't be. Like I said, I think it's going to go either way. Adam's taking the Packers too. Adam's going with the Packers. Alright, I like that. Demetrios is taking the Eagles. And he also says nail biter. Nail. We have a nail biter here, but he's taking the Eagles. We have Garrett, who's also going to be taking the Eagles here. He also said nail biter. Yeah, I'll tell you, we do have a lot of nail biters this week. Cam is taking Philadelphia, and then we have Philadelphia for Cam. We have. Yeller is taking the Packers, so he's going over there with them two. And then I already went, so I think that will be it. So let me see, yep, so that'll be it. Those are our picks for NFL Week 10. Like I said, it's kind of crazy why we're already in double digits of the season. I don't think I've done this for 10 straight weeks, but anyway, it is what it is. You guys know the drill. We're here every single Wednesday. Well, normally we're here every single Wednesday, but we are here on Thursday this week because, like I said, I need a little bit more time. And in the other prediction, I could switch my pick here. I could go Green Bay because I have a feeling that Green Bay is going to come out and win this game. I have a feeling, but we'll see. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. I do appreciate everybody for supporting. Thank you guys so much for watching the NFL Pick Show. Make sure you guys come back tomorrow to watch our analytics predictions. Like I said, we'll break stuff down. We'll talk about everything that we need to talk about, and we will see you guys in a little bit. So this is about ado. I'm going to whip this up so you guys can go ahead and watch this on time before Thursday Night Football. So like I said, I do appreciate y'all's support. This is BigRedNation.com. Peace out. Stay safe. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next vid. Peace.